Hi everyone, this is Russel for the papare.com and I'm here to answer some of your questions. We've got quite a few and I take the liberty of picking just a few. First question from the Lollipop Kid. Russel said you'd open with Taranga. Still want that? So many good partnerships between Tirimana and Dilshan. No, I wouldn't make that change, but what I did say was if you bring Upul Taranga into the team, that I would open with him rather than slotting him into the middle order. Even Tirimana, right in the middle order, has done a very good job for Sri Lanka, so we have nothing to worry. But the form and partnership that these two are showing right now should not be disturbed or shouldn't even be thought of. So no, Upul Taranga, if Sri Lanka want to bring him in, well, not to the favored position, but obviously you have to make a change. Hence, you're going to bring him. But right now, I don't see that change being made. Ravindu Lianage, he asked about Upul Taranga as well. So I guess I've covered it in this question. Lollipop Kid wants to know if Lakmal for Chamira and about Thisara Pereira bowling well apart from the eighth over. Yes, I thought Thisara Pereira bowled well, and even in that eighth over, though he went for 25 runs, I thought his lines and the lengths, his plans, and the way he executed them were what they wanted to do. He bowled to his field, but unfortunately, batsmen are able to target bowlers from the angles they bowled and the fields they set come the death overs. It gets really tough for bowlers. So I do feel for Thisara Pereira. But he's getting better and better. And if Sri Lanka can use him in the middle overs, yes, it's the best way forward. Alden Daniel, in the meantime, is saying that Thisara Pereira's figures have been spoiled by bowling him in the death. Well, it's not about the figures. It's certainly not. It's about getting the job done for the team. And Lasith Malinga, well, we are happy for him to go for 70 if he picks up 4 wickets. That's how we look at it and not about trying to spoil or give certain bowlers good figures. Lakmal for Chamira. Well, the problem is Chamira is young. He's just played the one ODI, not a lot of first class experience either. Yes, he's quick, but we can't take that risk. He can go in as the third seamer, but it's a tough one to bring him in to partner Lasith Malinga and hoping that he bowls the 10 overs. It's a bit of a risk, and I have no problems with how Lakmal is going, though he's been expensive. I've been pretty impressed. If he gets a little bit more help in the field, I think he'll do his job. Ravindu Lianage, what are we lacking enough? He says fielding. I think he's talking about fielding. Generally, we have been a good fielding side over the years. Yes, we have. We pride ourselves on our fielding, and fielding has made a big difference to the Sri Lankan team in the past. But the problem with this particular team is we have a lot of aging stars. That's an issue. So they're going to be slightly slower. Many of our players are in the mid 30s, and the younger players are not as athletic as we would like them to be. Well, unfortunately, that's where we are at. But yet, we can try and show a bit more energy and try and be on our toes rather than on our heels. But looking at most of our fielders, Jayawardena, Rangana, Herath, Tilakaratne, Dilshan. Dilshan is still probably the best, and if he's fielding at point, we really do have a problem at the age of 38 for him to be in that position. So that's where we are at, and hopefully we try and anticipate a little bit better going forward. Harshana Silva wants to know if we will surely play the quarterfinals in Sydney or will we have to wait for the Australia match. No, we don't have to wait for the Australian match. If Sri Lanka qualify, most probably we also have to play Scotland, and I'm backing our guys to win that, whatever happens to the Australian game. Hence, we will be in a quarterfinal. The venues have been decided. Australia and New Zealand as the host countries are in the same group. So if New Zealand do qualify, they play their quarterfinal in Wellington. Australia have been assigned Adelaide. It's the right thing to do to let the host countries play in their country. So what ICC thought was to assign a venue for the other two teams that might qualify. And the ranked teams in that group are England and Sri Lanka. England play their last group match in Sydney, and if they qualify for the semi-final, again they'll be playing in Sydney. So they could have 3 games in Sydney if they were to play the quarter-final in Sydney as well, which was felt was unfair. Hence, Sri Lanka were assigned Sydney and England assigned Melbourne. So if Sri Lanka were to miss out and whatever team, for example, Afghanistan qualified, you say, in place of Sri Lanka in that top 4, then Afghanistan will play in Sydney. That's how it's looked at. Rehan Fernando, our old friend. Many former cricketers have criticized Kumar Sangakkara's decision to retire after the Cricket World Cup. Well, what do you have to say? Well, I think looking at how Sanga is playing, he has a few more years of cricket. He's fit. He's getting better and better. So why not play? But this decision has to come down to how he feels and what he wants to do. He also has a young family. There'll be other things in life. There's life beyond cricket too. So we should respect Kumar's decision there, though we all feel he's got a lot more to play, or a lot more to give Sri Lanka cricket, and it'll be very, very nice to have him around. Well, that's all I have for today. Please keep firing in your questions. The next game is Sri Lanka versus Australia. I hope we get across and maybe finish second in the group. But it's all looking better and we are much happier now. Russel for thepapare.com.